So we're out here with Aurora. She's going to go and walk off on me. I'll just pick up a rein. If she wants to do that, I'll just pick up one rein. And every time I get in the saddle, I just pick up on her, flex her left and right. Check on my lateral flexion, which is one of the most important parts of my steering. And make sure she's soft. Make sure she waits for me. She doesn't walk off by herself. Get her own ideas about where she wants to go and where she wants to be and what she wants to do. And just remind her that this is my time here now, and she needs to be focused on me and what I'm asking of her. If she wants to take a step, pick up on her. I'll give her a chance, stand her and rest. She wants to take a step, pick up. And I'll just keep picking up on her there until she stands and just takes the opportunity I'm giving her to stand and rest. She wants to get a bit resistant there, I'll bump her off that rein just a little. She knows all this stuff really well now, so I'm not going to be overly friendly about it. I'm going to give her a lot of opportunity here to make a mistake because she's shown me that she wants to go for a wander. So I'm going to sit here for a while now and just flex and pick up and flex and pick up and flex. And when she gets a little bit resistant, bump on her a little bit. Bit resistant, bump on her a little. She's going to start getting her head up a little bit. She's going to get a little bit annoyed with me. She's going to have an opinion about what's going on here. And that's something I've found with her is she is a very opinionated horse, and she will be very expressive, and she will let me know when she doesn't like something. But one of the things she needs to learn is that as much as she might not like being asked to do stuff, the sooner she does it, the sooner that cue goes away and she gets comfortable again. And I'll give her a chance here to stand and do nothing, and she wants to walk off again. I'll pick up on her. You can stand and do nothing. She wants to walk off, pick up, stand and do nothing, takes a step, pick up. And she's getting a little bit resistant there with me, so I'm really going to bump her off that. I'm going to be quite firm about that. And there she's getting resistant, bump on her. Again, that's a little better. Now I'll give her a chance to rest. So what I'm trying to teach her here is that the best thing for her to do is just stand and relax. That's all I want from her right now until I put my legs on and ask her to move forwards. I'm going to shift around in the saddle a little bit, but I'm not going to put my legs on. I'm not going to ask her to move off. I'm just shifting around in the saddle. She wants to move off, pick up a rein. And move around in the saddle a little bit. But I haven't asked her to go anywhere. Good. Pick up the reins, drop them on her neck. Pick them up, drop them on her neck. So a lot of horses will get the idea that every time I do this, if I do this every time, lift those reins up there and then give them a squeeze, pretty soon I can't move those reins without them walking off. So I want to be able to pick up, throw them forwards a bit. This means nothing because my legs aren't on yet. I haven't asked her to move forwards. I haven't added any impulsion. I'm going to pick up those reins, adjust them a little bit, muck around with them a little bit. Alright, now I'm going to squeeze her forwards. And we'll go for a little walk. And we'll do a little bit of a walking bend warm up. Pick up a rein, put a bend in her body. There we go, nice. She's getting really nice and soft here. Flexing around those corners for me, dropping into the bridle as she does it. I'm not necessarily going to ask her to go a full 360 if she gets really soft like she did there. Her feet follow her nose, she's got a bend in her body, she gets real soft on that rein for me, drops into the bridle around the corner. I'm going to release her there. And she's getting a bit resistant, she's blowing her shoulder out. I'm going to hold her, hold her, hold her, hold her. And so now she's wanting to stop walking forwards because she's trying to find another way out of this one now. Because she's got an idea that she wants to go somewhere else. So I'm just going to hold her in this bend until she gets soft. She's not looking to go somewhere else. And then she's wanting to pick up and take me to the right. So I'm going to pick up left again. So we've had a machine come into the paddock next door, and she's wanting to go and check that out and see what's going on over there. So I'm just going to use this as an opportunity to train her on focus on me, focus on me. I'll keep bumping her off that rein. She's wanting to pull on it. Focus on me. Don't worry about what's going on out there. Your whole world right now, little pony, is what's happening in this couple of metre range around us. What I'm asking you to do, pick up on her. She just sort of stuck her head up in the air and she's looking off in the distance. I'll pick up on her. Use that as an opportunity to tell her to bring your focus back here. Don't worry about what's going on out there. Because what's going on out there doesn't affect you here. What affects you here is what I'm asking you to do. I'm going to make your life really, really uncomfortable if you take your focus away from me and start thinking about other things. That's nice there. I'll pick up on the left rein. That's nice. That's really nice. So I'm not really focused on doing laps of the arena or anything like that at the moment. I'm just going to release her from a bend when she's doing the right thing, and I think it's a good spot to release her. And I don't care what direction we're headed. I'm not trying to get anywhere in particular. When she gives me a nice bend, I'm just going to release her and let her wander for a minute. And she wants to wander off to the right, so I'll pick up left. Tell her to focus on me. She's wanting to get resistant there. Straighten up, pull herself out of this bend. So I'm going to bump on her. Say, no, you need to focus on me. Stay in the bend until I release you. You can see she's getting really, really soft in doing that. So I can pick up on that rein. And even when I say she's being resistant, there's a bit of slack in that right rein. She'll bump it there. So she's wanting to pull herself out of it and she's meeting resistance. And then I just give her a little bump off of it. And she's real respectful and real soft to that. So I really, really like how far she's come along there. I'm going to do a little bit more of this bending here at the walk, and then we'll pick up a trot. Just do one or two more left and right. When she gets if she shows me she's still real nice. And she's wanting to resist me a little there. Good. Alright, so I'm going to head around the outside of the arena now. I'm going to do a bit of a follow the fence game. So I just want her to do laps around the arena, following the fence. I'm going to let her, she's chosen to sort of go over towards this corner here. So when she gets here, this is where I'm going to pick up the trots. This is where she's shown me she wants to be. And that's a real nice little response there. She didn't jump into it. She was real relaxed about that. She's wanting to speed up a little. I'm not going to overly micromanage the speed as long as she stays at the trot and she doesn't feel like she's trying to run off and rush to be somewhere. And when she gets a little bit too far off this fence, I'll put her back on it. But otherwise, as long as she's following the fence, I'm going to leave her alone pretty much until she wants to break stride into a canter, or she's showing me that she wants to run off and speed up and get somewhere else in a hurry. Otherwise, I'm going to leave her alone. She's starting to speed up a little bit there now. But I'm not going to hassle her about that. I'm going to let her find a jog again. Let her relax herself and come back down. She's coming off that fence a little bit there. Put her back on it. And this is really cool. Well, this is probably the steadiest she's been. We've done a lot of work at this the last couple of weeks. And there she breaks stride. So just wait for her to make the mistake. put a bend in her, come back to the trot, put her back on the fence. Let her make that mistake. And that's what I was waiting for there. If she give me, and she wants to break to a canter, pick up that rein, put her back on the fence, back to a trot. And so we'll just keep working on this. If she's wanting to run off a little, give her a chance. There, she's half broke stride. So put her back on the fence, pick up a rein, put her back on the fence. Help her to find that jog. She's on the edge of breaking that stride again. Break stride, pick up. And when she's doing that, she's real responsive in my hand, but she's still, her body's not gathered up. She's losing her balance and her back end's washing out because she's wanting to take her feet somewhere else. And I'm telling her, no, you have to pay attention to me and only me. Doesn't matter what you want at this point. Yeah, she's starting to really get insistent on running off out of those bends now. So every time she does that, bend her again. Now she's speeding up, bend her again. She's going to figure out real quick. And she wants to stop her feet. And she wants to get resistant on that rein. So she's got some ideas in her head that she wants to follow now. So I'm going to bring her ideas back to me. And we'll put a bend in her again. And so I'm not really picking up hard on her. I'm not sort of emergency braking one rein stopping her. There, she's running off into this corner again. I'm just picking up real light on her, asking her for a bend in her body, asking her to give me a nose. Front feet to follow the nose, bend around my inside leg. And then I'll let you out and let you relax a bit. Break stride, pick up that rein. Put a bend in her. Because this is hard work for them. Trotting on this little bend here. Trotting these little circles with a bend in their body is real hard for them. Uses a lot of muscles. It's much easier to just stretch out, stay relaxed, keep the body straight. So every time she speeds up, I'll pick up that rein. Break stride, pick up the rein. Just keep putting a bend in her body. So I'm going to hold that now until she drops into the bridle a little bit. She's sticking her nose out a bit there on me. I'm going to bump on her, get her off that rein. She's wanting to pull on me. I'm going to keep holding on her till she gets responsive, gets soft. There, she just dipped that nose just a touch. She wants to speed off again out of that bend. So just keep putting a bend in her. Life gets easy when you relax yourself. Gets harder and harder and harder. And she's wanting to, every time I pick up on her and bend her there, she's wanting to stick her head in the air. There she gets soft and I'll let her go. And she'll figure this stuff out. She's a lot better now than she was sort of 2 weeks ago. She'll hold this gait a lot better for the most part. She was real good there at the start. Then there was sort of some commotion, some action going on. I think she's wanting to push into the fence there. Got real close to that fence to wiping my knee on that fence, so I just used that inside leg, bump her off that. Then she wanted to speed up out of that spot, so I put a bend in her. And there's a few spots in the arena. Now she's wanting to rub me into that fence again, so I'm just going to pick up on her there. Make that hard for her. You want to push on fences, I'm going to pick up on you and it's not going to be comfortable. Let's teach her to mind where she's going. Keep her brain fixed on me. And she's wanting to do silly running off things down this fence line again. So I might even change directions here. Start turning her into the fence. There, she's wanting to speed up into that fence there. Turn her into it. And we'll go the other way. I'm going to pick up and steer these corners. There she wants to speed up again. Pick up that rein. turn her into the fence, put a bend in her body, and she's wanting to stop her feet, and then when I squeeze her up, she's wanting to run off. So I just pick up on her. When she's nice and soft, let her go. She speeds up straight away, and put a bend in her body. Give her a chance. She wants to speed up, turn her into the fence. And I'll go left and right. We'll do bends in towards the centre of the pen. We'll do turning into the fence. We'll work on both things. But when I get into these corners, I'm going to pick up and turn the corner. Then she broke stride there, turn her into the fence. So we're working on a lot of different things here now. Turn this corner. She picks up a canner, put a bend in her body. So we're working on steering, we're working on softness, we're working on bending, we're working on speed control, we're working on emotional regulation. That's better. So I'm going to look for a spot to give her a little quit here. We've been going a little while. Ooh, good. And she's really, really picking up that seat really well. She's rating that seat and stopping when I take my legs off and sit down, feet forwards. She's really starting to hit those anchors. So that's really, really nice to see. And she's wanting to engage her hind end and stop on her hind end. You sort of feel her tuck up underneath herself when she's coming to a stop. That's really nice. Good girl. I'm going to pick up on a right rein, add the left leg. Just going to ask, there, she shifts her shoulder just a little. Very nice. Again, pick up on that right rein, add a left leg. She draws back. Oh, don't mind that drawing back. I just wanted to step her shoulder over now. Just a half step there, good. I'm starting to put this turnaround cue on her. Again, I'll pick up on that right rein, look over my right shoulder, add the left leg. Touch her with a spur. There, get that little shoulder, that little half step across with that front foot. This is just the very, very early stages of teaching that. I'll let her just walk here for a bit. And then I'll ask her for that trot again. A little squeeze of the calves. Good. Nice and relaxed transition there. I really like that. And she feels nice and relaxed in her jog here now too. I really like that. Ooh. So I'm going to give her lots of quits here now. Now that she's relaxed herself into that jog, I'll let her know that's good. I'm not going to ask too much of her. I'm going to make a big deal out of how good that is by giving her lots of opportunity to rest. Let her know that that's the cool thing to do. And then we can use this opportunity as well, this little exercise. We can use this as a good opportunity to practice these turnarounds and start working on that little skill for her. So I'll pick up that left rein, look over my left shoulder, add the right leg. There, she took one little half step the right direction. It was a little bit of a draw back and a step across. Let her know that's the cool thing to do. That's what I'm after. And I'll pick up that left rein. ask for reflection, look over my left shoulder, add the right leg. Her hip moved first, so I hold it, hold it, hold it. There, little half step in the right direction. She rocked her weight back onto her hip and stepped with that shoulder. And we'll ask for one more here. We've got left rein, right leg, touch with a spur. Good. And we'll walk her off. So when I'm teaching that turnaround, I do it turning into the fence just to use the fence as a bit of a block, and it just helps stop the horse from walking off forwards, and it encourages them to draw back onto their hind end rather than letting them just flop forwards and throw their body onto their shoulder. If you want to come off the fence, we'll use that left leg and a bit of left rein, put her back on the fence. Good. And she's coming off the fence, left leg, left leg, left leg. She hasn't responded. She wants to speed up, turn her into the fence, and then put her back on, get her moving forwards again. So I wanted to start learning that I can push her off my leg. I don't have to pick up a rein and steer her everywhere. She needs to start to learn that when I put pressure on with my leg, she needs to move her body off my leg. I'm going to ask her for a trot here. Nice and relaxed there. She's wanting to cut off that corner, put her back on the fence. So we're practicing follow the fence, run a straight line, don't choose to go somewhere unless we're not going anywhere but this fence line until I say so. And she's wanting to speed up now, so we're going to work on this a bit. Turn her into the fence, and she wants to canter off. Now she's wanting to play around again a little bit. So we've got something good. Now we've got to deal with the problem. But that's all right. We'll figure that out. Now she's slowing herself down a little, regulating herself slightly. Now her stride's getting a bit bigger. Steer into the fence. And she wanted to really resist me there, so I'm going to bump on her. And that's not good. We'll go the other direction. She wanted to run off of there again. Steer into the fence, and we'll go the other direction. So I'm just going to work on a few different ways to correct her when she wants to run off. That's much nicer. And woo. Good. Good. Didn't have to pick up on her there with my hands at all. That was really nice. So I'll give her a little rest there. Let her have a think about that.